Look at that. Okay, I think I need to make the chat a little bit larger.
Jeez. Yeah, my eyes are good, but not that good.
Yeah, it's
A little bit, let's see.
Who's here?
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
D'Angelo.
Okay, let me mute this. Okay.
Go.
Very cool. Who we got in the house today?
In the his house.
I'm just gonna.
Hello, we got Charlie, Jerry. Hello, Jerry. Sally, Patty's a long time no see, Patty. There's Natalie. Sally again. Yeah, we got. Geez, we already got 21. Man, this is going to be a barn.
Everybody's waiting.
There's Sam Loves E. She has some great songs for inside the studio today.
Yeah.
Good.
Melissa.
Anybody new?
I haven't seen anybody new yet. Well, there's a couple. There's Jamie. There's a few people that are new with us, but we've seen them before. We'll see some new ones. There's Johan.
Yeah, we'll get some new ones, I'm sure.
Bluebell. All right, very cool. Up to
Wait a minute. Before we get into it, Amy, I got something for you.
You do? Is it a pickle?
It's a pickle. Just for you. Eat. Okay?
It's my pickle for my peacock.
It's it's a pickle for me. A bigger one if you want it.
Thank you.
So good, Jamie. So you love it, huh? The Blue Crew mug. Very cool.
Pickle for your peacock.
I can find a big pickle.
Are we into the peas right now? I can imagine what other words will come up with.
Do share.
No, that's all right. I'll leave it at that. I got myself almost into trouble last time.
It happens.
They started asking me personal questions. Something came up about. Oh, never mind. I'll start saying that.
Yeah. What we say.
All right. Well, let's see. Today is the very exciting second episode of Mindi interview, and we're going to check to see if she's going to give any opportunity for Joe to talk today.
Thank you, Charlie. I hope everybody's got their wine, their beer, their gummies, everything they need to get through Mindi Muller.
And if you got a jar of pickles, just go right through them.
Exactly.
So, second episode. And so last week, everybody wanted me to cover up Mindy's face in it. And all we're doing is listening to it anyway. So, in place of that, I'm running a slideshow of screenshots from Epic.
Oh.
And so we can see that. So I thought that might add a little bit of excitement. And we can listen, and we'll be able to hear the.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Francis says, do share. We can handle it.
How do you earplugs? How do you listen to your without? Okay, earplugs.
Earplugs.
Earplugs. Yeah.
No, sounds like Patty wants to practice her lip reading skills.
Yeah.
Beer and smokes, just wine. Charlie pushes the water cup to the other side of the desk.
Yeah, because usually Charlie spills his water.
Yeah, he does what is that spit take? Take something just as I've happened a few times.
I mean, what happened the one time Charlie went through like 3 shots in one show?
People have got to go to my Elvis collectors page on Discord.
Yeah, if you're part of the Discord, or if you want to become part of Discord, email me. It's to me it's better than Facebook in the aspect of privacy. And there's different channels on there, and Joe's got a channel on there called Joe's Channel.
I'll have to get back on there. I was on Discord for a while.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting like a weird stalkerish girl off of there that like.
Yeah, I watched for that. Anything we get like that, they're gone.
That was me.
But he's put up a. He's put up I counted up to around 40 or 50 before we started the show items of his collection of collectibles from Elvis, and you got to check him out. You really got to. He's got some really cool stuff, and And Joe, you said it's just a drop in the bucket of what you got.
Oh, just a drop.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's a great collection, and you've been posting them on the Facebook groups too. I think.
I found an old post, I think, on EIN that had a picture of your man cave
Mm.
Oh,
with all your. It's freaking amazing. Yeah.
I was going to put some of those pictures on it too, so people don't know me. You know.
How could anybody not know you?
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't? Oh my God.
No.
Really? I'm sorry. Yeah, we've always just like referred to, well, Joe Krein, and like, yeah, it's always been a reference. It's always been a reference point.
Joe must be wrong.
But I never really listened to. I never really listened to radio and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I never really was into Facebook. So the only way we
Yeah.
ended up connecting was through his YouTube channel, and through his videos. So, and here we are.
Well, thank you
And look at us all together.
again.
All right. I think we're ready. Let's just have some fun with this. We know she's going to be one of those, I can't say pain in the ass, one of those bullshitters. Should I have said that?
I mean,
Well, I'm reading a book. So.
Oh.
entertainment purposes
For
only.
entertainment purposes only. Our comments are our opinions only. We make no claims as to fact, and the viewer should make their own opinions. All opinions are welcome on Elvis-A-Z.
I made a couple of new ones real quick for the Monday. I think I need to run this every once in a while.
For the ones who have the inability to comprehend a sentence, we know Donna is a first cousin of Elvis.
Mhm.
We know she visited in the summers.
Mhm.
Stop lying to your viewer.
Mhm.
That doesn't make her a saint, and it didn't.
Enough said.
You notice I said viewer and not
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not plural, singular.
All right, so that's gonna be fun. Anyway, let's have some fun. Let's just let's not make fun of it. Let's make some fun. Here we go. Let me get the. Here's the slideshow. So you're gonna see that, and I'm gonna have to bring. Actually,
Can you imagine I've been there? Can you imagine?
Man.
okay. If you, I can't point it out.
Yeah,
if-
I was there, sitting in the third row, right from the front, third person from the right.
If I blow. Look how detailed it is.
The second that time travel becomes available, that's where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
How many tape recorders were going? The person I knew had the tape recorder underneath the napkin.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do something here real quick.
And they were looking, making sure that you weren't taping it. I can imagine how many tape recorders were actually there. Pocketbooks open. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go off of autoplay for a second. I want to go back. I just want to show you something here. Okay, go. Okay, I'm gonna blow this up
man.
right to there, and can I go further? Yes, I can. Okay, if you look, yeah, if you see that right in the dead center is a window that's lit, or
Mhm.
okay, if you count down 6 rows from there, that's where we sat.
Oh my gosh.
Because I remember that window like that, and then we came in through here, and that Mater D you see in Lake, and that's the way it is. He's the one that brought us. He's the one that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Amazing. That's freaking amazing.
I just wish we could have had cameras in there when we.
You were almost straight on from the stage, like
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know what? The way they have that place up, it really, you really didn't go like way over to the sides much. It only sat 2,200.
It
And
does-
then,
There wasn't a bad seat in the house then.
no, and then they had the balcony where it was just like theater seats.
Man,
And
what a time to be alive.
it was.
Yeah.
You were there, you bastard.
I know.
I was there in spirit form.
You were what?
I was there in spirit form.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did anybody in chat go see Elvis?
It was myself, my mom, and my dad. My 2 brothers they went with us, and they got sick the morning we were supposed to go to the show, or we did go to the show, and they couldn't go. so we had to give up their seats. But they did. We all did get to see him in L.A. in '74, and they went. In fact, my brother and I talked about that show yesterday. He still just thinks it was the best thing he'd ever been to.
Were you one of the ones that had to pay the maitre d' to get a halfway ticket?
We didn't. No, my dad wasn't. Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
You know, my friend paid like $150 to be up front. She was up front all the time.
Well, there were 5 of us because the other 2 people were coming with us, so there was going to be 7 with my 2 brothers. But so that would have just cost too much, and he did that in February the same year. He went to the show with my mom, and he paid the maitre d', and they got up like 3 rows from the.
Oh my God.
Well, he's the one that got into trouble that Elvis they fired, and Elvis had
Yeah.
shit. He's the one. And what do you think like that? I mean, about that. I mean, he's doing what he was doing. It was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Elvis go to his house and like pray for his wife because she was sick?
Yeah.
And then they acted like, he lured him there or something. And Elvis like, no, I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I mean, let Elvis, he's a grown ass man. Like, some of the shit that happened to him is like he was a grown man. He could go do what he wanted to do.
I have a great interview with a guy, and I didn't even put it up, but he was the security guard that was with Elvis all the time, and they got so close that in his suite he became the bartender.
Yeah. Oh, you should share that if you're comfortable sharing it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I just thought, I mean, when he tells me about when he heard Elvis died, he just breaks down. I mean, breaks down. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to say to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I walked home from work and I was tearing up on the way home. I was kind of furious at first. And it's just like, I can't believe he's gone. I mean, furious at myself that I just. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was just a 9-month-old little one when he died.
I was what, 16?
I was -3.
Well, I'll tell you how I found out.
I was 19. Yeah.
I'll tell you how I found out since we're talking.
You're right, Charlie. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was with my dad. I was just learning how to drive. We had this big white station wagon. I was driving back from Massachusetts, and I said, "Put the radio on." He said, "You don't need no music on while you're driving." But I put it over for some reason. I would never do that. And I turned on the radio, and it was the end of one of Elvis's songs, and I was grooving to it. And all of a sudden, it was "That's blah blah blah" to the late Elvis Presley. I almost drove right off the road. My dad had to grab the wheel because what? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of in a way. I used to work. My first job was Sears Roebuck, and I used to do displays and stuff like that. And everybody in my department knew I was crazy about Elvis. I'd just seen him 7 months earlier in Atlanta, and my boss come walking down the corridor, and he says, I was standing in the shop. He goes, "Hey, Rick." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Elvis died today," and he turned around and walked away. And I just thought, fucking with me, So I just turned around, went back to work, and then all of a sudden I heard him clip on the radio. That's what he did. He went, and it was playing Elvis music. So I walked in there, and they come back. It's almost the same thing. That's from the late.
Oh, how horrible!
And I lived right down the road from where I worked, so I started walking home, and I was just thinking about it, and I was tearing up. I was just. Yeah, I just found out the day before that we were having our first child, and so that's the first thing that went through my mind is my daughter's never going to get to have that opportunity to be here, and that's what I always thought about when we afterwards was just that anyway, it's hard to think back to those days.
You know what was very hard too was for weeks that's all you heard was Elvis music, and it just the world cried. I mean, it literally, you could feel it.
Yeah.
That something was missing, and it was him.
Like a life force was gone. I felt that way when Lisa passed. Like you could just tell something was missing from the energy.
Yeah.
Kind of have a story about Elvis dying because I didn't know he was dead when I was like 4.
Yeah.
And so I had the Unchained Melody and Softly as I Leave You 45. And it clicked in my head, like I could hear people clapping. So I was like, oh, you can go see him somewhere. So I go running down the stairs. I'm like, mommy, can we go see Elvis? And she was like, oh, baby, he's been dead. And I fell apart for days, like just cried and cried. I'm like, maybe they just assumed I knew, but I got so excited because I'm like, oh, you can go see him somewhere. Oh, no, he's been dead for years. Okay, great.
You felt that.
Yeah, I did. I felt it like I had just, And Mom was like, I thought you needed like psychological help because you like laying on the floor and like, why did Elvis have to die? Why did Elvis have? And I still sometimes cry and say, why did Elvis have to die?
And see, you were less than 9 years old, and you were able to comprehend.
I can remember that. Like she was canning green beans on the stove because we lived on the farm. I can tell you what she had on.
I could almost do the same thing too.
Mhm.
How about you, Cam?
You got one, Cam? Like mine's after the fact, but it's still traumatic.
Were you not yet?
I felt like that. I mean, for the first 2 days after Lisa went,
Yes,
I was like, I remember consciously saying to myself the day I found out Lisa passed away. I remember consciously saying to myself, and I think I later on during the day said it to my wife, is what this is probably what it felt like the day Elvis died, because it literally felt like my world had come to a standstill.
Yeah. My daughter texted me because I don't ever keep the TVs and stuff like that on. And for some reason, at that time, I didn't have even the computer on. And she texted me. She says, "Did you hear about Lisa Marie Presley?" And I said, "No, what?" She said, "She died today." And my heart just sunk, and it was just almost like that same feeling, that just. And I remember I was I was actually sitting where I'm at now, of course, but I just remember.
Yeah, it's one of those core things you never forget where you were. And my mom even said, because she was a big Elvis fan, she's like, this is almost like worse because it's the last piece of him that's gone. There's no more pieces of him.
At least Bob Joyce was not there, people. That was somebody else. Who was it?
That was Andy Childs, y'all.
There you go.
Who also has gray hair.
Bob.
Had Dick Groves, Charles Stone was there, and it went all over the place that was Elvis.
Oh, Bob Joyce.
Beard and white hair. I'm Elvis. No, I'm Bob Joyce. So
Bob Joyce appearing as, Bob Joyce on his actual page will tell you he's not Elvis.
Yeah,
there's like fake Bob Joyce pages.
I can't even understand how anybody even comes to that conclusion.
No. The ages are not even close. Like
he says he's not, but there's times where he uses it.
Oh, of course he does. But I mean, you take a look at him. You look at his earlobes. You can hang chandeliers off those earlobes, and Elvis didn't have huge, freaking pancake-sized earlobes.
You're not going to be able to prove it to them. They're not going to believe you. People don't. They won't believe.
I know. That's fine.
They can't deal with it. I mean,
let them have their thing. Yeah,
we could compare that to a few other things. What we talk about.
Yeah.
Now I don't understand. They'll always believe. The grifter, and there'll always be that group that follows. Well, you know who, and it's just like you can't do nothing about it.
Oh, it's dwindling by the day from appearances.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's get into Mindi Miller.
Oh, look at him.
Do we have to?
Every day is Her Day with the sounds of Elvis. Join Lee and Joe with a new 3-hour show every Saturday on Elvis Express Radio.
Oh, so there we go, the fourth special hour as promised. This week, we're continuing our interview with Mindi Miller. Joe Krein talks with Mindi Miller, and if you heard last week, which I'm sure you did, you'll know how fascinating she is to talk to, and what a lovely voice she has. She just captivates you.
Yes. Look at Joe's face. He looks.
It's okay, baby. You didn't know.
He just been into a lemon or something.
It's a really good interview. She doesn't. She's not one of those that answers questions with one word and stuff. You know,
They are tough ones.
She's such a sweetheart. She really is, and I think everybody's going to enjoy this part. And then, of course,
Jeez, Joe,
next
you're
week
a
will
good
be
liar.
the third part and the end of it. So
But she's
Well,
not bad.
everybody will enjoy it.
I can't wait for this.
Was that Joe?
She's not a bad person. She just boring.
Yeah, and I mean, you went from last time we had Lamar Fike, who wouldn't tell you anything, and then now you like it's the opposite. The pendulum has swung the other way.
Very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
No, it bothers me, but yet makes me feel good when I hear my buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure it's bittersweet. Yeah.
It is.
Just hearing that intro takes me back to like listening to that in real time. Like,
I wish I knew about it. I
Oh, you listened to it, Amy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, honey.
Yeah.
It was quite popular. When he left us, we had, I think it was 76,000 people that listened.
It was a ton. Yeah.
25 years I did that.
Wow.
Wow. That's why everybody knows you.
I mean, that's kind of our congregating spot were things like that for fans before there was social media, you know, like.
Yeah, I would love to have it for just being able to listen to it while I'm doing something, you know, because I don't really do that anymore. Every once in a while, I'll just turn on some music, but I've always loved good talk shows that weren't political, but just good morning drive talk shows, and they always had great interviews on there, and it was a regular basis, and I just always looked forward to those, and I really wish I had known about.
Well, it's very much like this show. We talk back and forth is like Lee and me. He was so straight, and I was basically I do it like he would play the dummy, and he would pick on me, and but it was fun. It was two friends.
Yeah. Well, now I got four of us to pick on. For us all to pick on each other.
Yeah.
All right. We haven't even heard Minnie's voice yet.
Next part, and the good news is we're now there at this next part. So
there you go.
Joe, introduce your interview, sir.
Mindi Miller, take it away. I think this is Joe Krein from Elvis Express Radio and Elvis2001.net, and this is part 2 to the Mindi Miller interview. Mindi, how you doing?
I'm good, Joe. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I enjoyed talking to you the other day.
I did too. I thought that you asked some really interesting questions, and I look forward to this.
Question?
What questions did you ask? Okay.
Did you ask questions, Joe?
All I heard was, where were you born? From where'd you come from? That's all I heard as far as from Joe.
Second part.
Okay, there you go. What did you and Elvis do for fun?
Oh, boy.
Well, during that time, we had a lot in common, as I said in part 1. And one of the things I wish we would have done, I'll say this first, is to be able to horseback ride together. We both loved horses. He had horses at Graceland, and I'd been riding since I was about 7 years old. And so one of the things I wish that we would have done together is, ride horses and things like that. But when I was with him, we were either mostly on tour or we were in Las Vegas or Palm Springs or we were at Graceland. And at Graceland, during the last part of his life, which was the last couple of years, he wasn't getting out as much in that sense. I mean, he was still playing touch football and things, but when I was with him, he didn't. He wasn't riding around in the golf carts as much. So, I mean, the things that we did for fun were just very ordinary things. I mean, again, for his fun, he would watch TV, he would read, we would read together, we would see movies. Sometimes he would get in the car and he'd just want to drive around. He'd want to drive around and he believe it or not, he loved graveyards. And I did too.
I always
he thought
heard that
they
too.
were really, really interesting. And he would love to talk about the old souls and things like that. And I remember one time we got in the car and we drove to, I don't even know which graveyard it was, but we drove to a graveyard and we would talk about souls and where he thought they went, and did they go to heaven, or was there a hell, and we pray for them and things like that. But mostly it was things like reading or visiting with friends, playing the piano, entertaining. I remember one time we went. We went to a funeral in Colorado, and he had just bought me a car, and he wanted to take the car out and go driving. And I didn't know where we were going to go, and he didn't know where we were going to go. We were just going to start driving around, and we ended up in a gas station, and he went out and wanted to get a reaction. He loved getting the public's reaction.
I was going to ask
when
that.
He loved getting a reaction from people. And he got out of the car because there was very little gas in the car after he bought me the car. So he said, let's take the car out for a drive. And he bought me this beautiful white 455 Hearst.
I don't even remember what the question was.
No.
I wanted to ask Amy, do you know anything about these funerals that he went to? Or
So that would have been one of the Denver policemen out in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
There's pictures of him in the uniform.
Oh, yeah.
But I have not found anything where she was there.
Anything maybe about what they would drive and go to graveyards and that? You think somebody would say something about someone had to drive?
Well, here's my thing. So the time she was with him, she says she met him when he recorded Trouble, which was March of 75.
Right.
So if she spent a lot of time at Graceland, that's when Billy and Joe were living up there.
Right.
Ooh.
And they never met her until after.
Really?
Way after
Has
Elvis died.
anybody ever seen?
They had never met her, so I call BS.
Wow.
Has anybody ever seen Mindi and Donna in the same room?
No.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe she was staying in Nash's trailer. I don't know. But don't you think in that time frame, if she was spending all that time at Graceland, that Billy and Joe would have known her?
I would definitely think so.
Maybe she lived in Elvis's walk-in closet.
And maybe she slept in the little hamburger bed.
Well, I can never forget how she said Elvis didn't like photographs, which is true, especially at Graceland. But you think she'd have something, but I think she used that right away as this is why.
Mm-hmm.
Why you don't see the photos of me. I can't prove what I say because Elvis didn't like photos, so that's why you don't see them.
The most photographed man ever doesn't like photos. Well, I can understand the privacy of, yeah.
Yeah, even Billy and Joe say that though too. Like we didn't think to take pictures of him because he was always getting, pictures taken. But the one thing she said in another interview was that he had taken off his international gold belt, which we know he wasn't wearing by that time.
Right.
And he asked her to hold it in her purse. And she didn't realize until she got on the plane to go home that her purse was just so heavy. And here was this gold belt. Girl. Bullshit. And maybe he did I hung out in graveyards when I was a little kid. I think they're really cool.
I did too.
I used to do the same. I used to go in and see if I could find the oldest gravestone there.
Mm-hmm. And I would do I'd take a paper and do the charcoal over him. I was a weird little kid though. I'm still weird.
Elvis Presley. It's not you and me plain people. This is Elvis Presley going to a cemetery. Nobody saw it. None of the other guys knew that he did it. We've never heard.
That's true. And like Melissa said, she just copies a lot of what Linda. I mean, there's nothing of substance here. It's just a lot of the same blanket. There's no little personal things. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure she was with him. Obviously, we see a couple pictures, but I don't think it was this extended amount of time.
Cam, what is wrong with you?
No, I'm reading the comments.
Maybe their only time together was in bed, so no photos. She's laughing. I've never heard that. I don't know. I thought for sure I'd heard that somewhere before, but I don't remember where.
Well, I think they talked about him going into the mortuary.
Elvis didn't.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I remember that.
Elvis didn't like his home. Elvis didn't like photos in his home, which is why Jenny LeMay Dumas violated his privacy, taking photos of his bathroom and his bedroom. What do you think about that? Since that was brought,
Agree.
you don't think he gave her permission to take photos, or?
He wasn't there.
Yeah, I know, but he knew that they were going to stay there. Um,
I think he trusted him enough to not do it.
they slept in his bed,
Yeah.
so So I never.
She got banished at one point. So.
Really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mindi did.
No, Jeannie.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jenny.
What was that all about?
She works in the office. Melissa can chime in. I don't remember the exact details, but she worked in the office for a little bit, and then she got let go. And I understand wasn't welcome back, and it could have been because of that. I don't know.
Wow.
All right, let's see what other.
Clutch.
Ooh.
45. Trans Am, which today is worth a fortune. They're worth between $35,000 and $50,000.
Sure. They got a Holly Farnborough on them with a Hearst shifter.
Oh,
yeah.
Incredible car.
You knew exactly how much it's worth.
I sold it,
Mm-hmm.
and I've tried to find the car, and I actually did call the GMB, and they said they know who has it, but it's in storage. It's garage, and they wouldn't tell me who.
Yeah, like
so
they're going to give her
probably
the
that person will
details.
come up at some point and put it up for a lot of money. But so he bought me the car. We went to a gas station, and he was going to go pump his own gas. And one of the guys in the car who was sitting in the back seat, because we always went with, bodyguards, said, E, why don't you stay in the car and let us do it? He said, no, because I want to do it. And I knew that he wanted to get a reaction from the people there. So he got out, and the guy...
Maybe he just wanted to be normal.
They were always ready to, get in there and but, Elvis could protect himself. He knew karate. He could shoot. He could fight. He could box. He was very able.
Did she say he could bark?
Sorry.
At the end? Never mind.
Care of himself. And he didn't need backup, but he had it, And so he started pumping the gas in the car, and as he started pumping gas, people were going up to pay for it, and they were looking, and they didn't say anything to him. And then I guess I didn't know if they thought that he was a look-alike or not. And they went back into the car and said, I think that's Elvis Presley. And then people would get out of the car and come out and they started, kind of making a circle around him.
Oh,
and at
yes.
some point,
This is in Memphis, right?
The bodyguards finally got out.
Yeah.
This in Memphis. Of course they knew it was Elvis. Of course they weren't going to go up to him and bother him. Because it was as normal as falling out a fucking tree. They knew it was Elvis. But they figured, fuck, he's at home. Let's give him some breathing space. Of course, they're not going to swamp the guy. Had he done it in California or in Beverly Hills or somewhere else, yes, maybe. But this is in Memphis, and people are staring at him, going, "I think that's Elvis." No, they're going, "Fuck, man, how cool is that?" Elvis is pulled in here to the gas station. He's pumping his own gas. We're right on.
Yeah, he just wanted to be normal. Melissa said Vernon fired Jeannie and banned her. Then she and Linda blamed Vernon and lied about it. So we don't know the real reason she was fired and banned yet.
You haven't found that out yet, Amy?
No, we got a lot of things we're working on.
Oh, really? Oh.
We have a new rage every day we get pissed off about. And then when you start...
And I'll be like, I'm going to sleep. Amy has sent a photo.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I know. I'm like, oh yeah, going, oh man, I can't believe this. It's fucking. I laugh sometimes. I think I can't believe I'm a 60-year-old guy here sitting there getting all thrilled over some pictures or some stories of somebody I don't even fucking know.
But it all comes together in the end.
Oh yeah. I tell you, 48 hours to go.
But there weren't a lot of impersonators at that time either. Not like there is now, and you trip over them all over.
It's absurd. It really is absurd how many are out there, and how many don't need to be out there. There are some that are just. I saw one on Facebook yesterday, and his whole page is dedicated to it, and it's embarrassing. It actually does more hurt to Elvis than
it does.
And these people on fucking TikTok are popping up like warts. I came across some dude the other day. He's so terrible. Even in between songs, he talks like Elvis, but he looks like a toad in Elvis clothes. And I commented, I told the guy, quit your day job, buddy. Go back to McDonald's because you suck. I said,
Yeah.
Elvis,
So look at
I got a
I said,
question for you, Cam.
uh-huh.
First of all, I don't know how normal it is to fall out of a tree. I gotta. You made me laugh on that
I
one.
know he makes his little
You
isms
know,
make you laugh.
it's it's as common as falling out of a tree. I go, I don't know about you, but I had never fallen out of a tree.
I want to tell every one of them.
Somebody has a question. I see two.
Oh,
things.
yeah.
I
Thanks, Amy.
didn't interrupt you.
No, dude, I'd rather. Okay, who was it?
Nika. I don't know. I just saw two little red question marks fly by, but
Okay, geez, man, I'm way behind, aren't I?
I want to tell all of
Harvey. Oh, no, that's Natalie. Is it after that one?
I want to tell all impersonators to get their own life.
Yeah, no, this guy was so terrible. I commented. I told him, quit your day job, go back to working at McDonald's. I said, because you can't even sing to begin with. I said, and secondly, you're an insult to the memory of Elvis.
What doesn't help though is down in the chat. You're so good. Oh, I can't.
oh my God, yes,
No.
so hard.
Okay, so I've lost it. Who was it? Who was
I
it?
think it was Natalie.
Oh yeah, she had one. She said so. Mindy, Linda, and Priscilla, Donna are all alike.
I think she was asking who somebody's
Yeah.
name was. Oh, Jeannie LeMay. Okay,
Jeannie,
so
yeah. Who's Jeannie?
Jeannie LeMay was Linda's bestie.
We played one.
She got a great set of cats,
We
too.
played one of her. She's got a video out called "Me, the Beauty Queen and Elvis" or something like that, and it tells her story. I think that's the right person.
Oh, well, that's Linda's movie, Elvis and the Beauty Queen. Oh, maybe she has a me.
No. This is a documentary.
Oh, for God's sakes!
And it's an interview, and the guy is just
Oh,
like
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Mindy. He's the poor guy. She just talked nonstop. It was like one sentence all the way through, and we were laughing. We did it on one of our movie watches. And we
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
yeah, she was sitting. They were sitting outside on the back patio or something, and she just nonstop. Oh my!
Yeah, yakety yak, 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 yak.
Well, here's some more yak.
Intervened, and they said, "Are you Elvis?" And then he said, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am," and all that. And I'm still sitting in the car. I didn't get out. And finally, the bodyguards took him and said, "Elvis, you're gonna cause a ruckus here. You need to get back in the car." So he got back in the car, and he took out his credit card, and he said to one of the guys, he said, "Make sure everybody's gas is paid for, and if anybody needs any new tires or anything, make sure that they're all taken care of."
Wow.
And who does stuff like that, really?
Elvis.
Oh.
And he paid for everybody's gas. It was at the gas station, and he talked to people, and he wanted to talk to his fans and tell jokes and all that. But the bodyguards would get a little concerned. They, anybody, you never know. There are crazy people out there, and this was, I think, 1976. When he bought me the car, and
Joe,
do you think that? I don't think that was good for him all the time to be stopped. Oh, you can't do this, blah 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 blah.
no, it wasn't.
If you see nothing's going to happen, then let him live.
Let him go. And on the flip, they'll think, "Oh, well, he couldn't do anything without us." They made damn sure he couldn't.
Yeah.
They made damn sure they were indispensable to him, so that they thought they couldn't get fired. Well, surprise!
Exactly.
That's why they took it so hard.
Gonna pump his own gas, and then you got to get back in the car.
Let him be normal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going to cause a riot. Get back in the car. Fuck off. He was in Memphis, for God's sake.
Again, he was a grown-ass man, so let him be a grown-ass man.
How many people hang in a gas station?
Right. And it's not like back in the day where they didn't have cell phones to call everybody and go, "Oh my God, Elvis Presley's at the 76 gas station. Hurry up and get down here." I mean, they couldn't do that then.
Yeah, there was none of that.
And even if they did, worst case scenario, how many people would have arrived at the gas station? I mean, they knew he was in town. So let's say worst case scenario, 50 people. He would have stuck around and given them all autographs and got in the car and driven home again.
Look what he did on the horses when he would open up the gates and let them come in the yard. I mean, he didn't mind that stuff.
Spent 4 hours down there.
Mm-hmm. Like, leave the
Yeah,
man alone, for God's sake.
first time I saw that video of him on his horse and he's signing autographs near the gate,
Amazing.
I'm like, here's a guy that just to me dispels the whole recluse bullshit story. Where he didn't want to go.
No, I think the opposite was true in that sense. I think he got to the point where he got so sick and tired of the guys telling him what he could do and what he couldn't do that he just kept his ass upstairs, because there he could do what the fuck he wanted, when he wanted, for however long he wanted.
What I think they were doing was, see, you need us.
Yeah.
My job, I got to keep my job. So Elvis, you really need this. You can't.
Yeah. Justification for what
You're Elvis Presley. You need us. Someone's going to hurt you. Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing Priscilla did to Lisa with the fans when she was younger. Oh, those fans will hurt you. You can't go to Elvis Week. Those fans will hurt you.
What?
Yeah. She told her that growing up. And then, Lisa ends up bringing her kids and doing the vigil, and we're all standing right there. She didn't need security. Like, we didn't bother her babies. She knew.
Yeah, I mean, the first time she went to Elvis Week, that place erupted.
Yeah,
She
because
had
it's been secluded.
You guys gave her a standing ovation for what, like 15 minutes or something?
Yeah.
Where she couldn't get a word in edgeways. She said
really good. Yeah.
She was so loved.
The applause was so deafening. It was like 15 minutes before she could get a word in edgeways.
Yep.
Wow. All right. What else you got, Mindy? Are you done?
He would do fun things like that. That to him was fun. And then another trip, I remember, we were in Colorado. We went to his friend Kennedy had a funeral. And we flew literally the last minute from Graceland. We were at Graceland, and Elvis said, "Get your purse, let's just go." We didn't even have time to pack. And he didn't pack, I didn't pack, whatever clothes we were wearing. We guys drove us to the plane. We got on the plane. We landed in Denver. I think it was snowing. And I had a little I don't know what I had on, some little outfit, no coat, no nothing. And we went to the funeral, and Elvis paid for the whole funeral. But I remember at the end of the funeral, he wanted to go out and get something to eat. Well, Elvis didn't normally go to a public restaurant to eat. Right. And this time he wanted to.
There were places he went in Memphis to, restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ice cream shop.
Did he go?
Yeah.
Marlowe's, was it too? No, Marlowe's.
I don't know if he ever went to Marlowe's.
Was it like some place to eat across from Graceland that he would go every once in a while?
No, I always want to call it the Lucky Steer, but that's not what it's called. Something Steer.
You think this poor guy can't go out to a friggin' restaurant?
He went to the arcade.
He could go anywhere he wanted in Memphis for sure.
You think he was able to walk around in Memphis, not be bothered like John Lennon did in New York? I mean, John Lennon could walk anywhere in New York and not be bothered until that asshole shot him.
I think they gave more respect in Memphis. Yeah.
I think he would have been able to, had the guys trusted him. He would have been able to.
I think they had it in his head that he couldn't. And I think the colonel did. It was a whole.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't, whatever.
Yeah. It was all control.
Yeah.
Because then you got that story of the, I think it was at the Memphian where Ricky or one of the boys came in and said somebody kicked their ass at the TGI Fridays or something. And he tells Elvis about it. And then Elvis takes the whole crew and goes walking downtown in Memphis to go find this dude. He didn't give a shit. He was out in public.
Yeah, and besides, I think Elvis had enough power. Had anybody seen him coming up to them, even if they were causing shit, they would have been so intimidated, they would have just backed off without him doing anything. They would have said, "Oh, fuck, okay."
That's what the guy said that told us a story about him walking down the street to the TGI Fridays. He said the whole crowd was following behind him, and when he stopped to turn around and go back, he said it just parted like the Red Sea, and people just stood there and let him walk through.
Yeah,
it was much the same with Lisa. I mean, yeah, we got pictures with her, but we didn't crowd her or crowd her children or.
Yeah, there's no.
It was just something different about I just think there was something different about him as far as the aura that came off of him,
The
the
energy.
electricity, and so I think people, and I don't want to sound way out there, and I can't think of a better way to say it, but they just felt like there was something, well, the aura or the
His
electricity
aura. Yeah, it was his energy.
that he emitted. Positivity to somebody, and I think that when somebody approached them, they were more in awe than in
Yeah.
Fear.
fandom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Sam, that's the place. Thank you so much. Oh, that's the other Sam, I guess. I read David Foster's book. Oh, let me put that up. Um, I read David Foster's book from 2008, years before her book, just for reference on things she said. She, in my opinion, told tall tales of
Yeah.
Elvis as well. We're talking
Yeah.
about Linda.
Yeah. And she really downgrades Elvis in that little reality show they did. In the
What?
intro, it was very belittling to Elvis.
Mindy did.
No.
Linda.
Oh, really? I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
And yeah, she treated David Foster's kids like shit. She absolutely did.
Melissa says they all act like he was afraid of the public, that he couldn't function. They're all full of shit and belittle him.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. No wonder he got to that point of just becoming so
Leave me alone.
disillusioned,
Yeah.
just so disillusioned with everything. He eventually got to the point of saying to himself, "Well, I can't even fucking go to the gas station and pump my own gas for some fucking story. So you know what? Let me just stay the fuck upstairs. I can do whatever I want when I want. Nobody can tell me shit."
Nobody's on my ass about shit.
Actually,
No wonder he got to that point. It would drive me fucking insane.
can you imagine walking around your own house and there's somebody there, there's somebody there, there's somebody there? Man, I could not take that.
And
There's
asking,
no-
for, asking for money, asking for loans, asking for
Yeah.
cards, asking for.
Fuck.
Yeah, my wife works all day long, and I every time she's home, it's an opportunity I get to spend some time and talk with her. But also, in turn, I enjoy the quiet during the day and the freedom not to worry about me cranking my stereo way up or banging
Yeah.
on my electric guitar or whatever it is. It just even the dogs are coming. I crank out the music. Both my puppies come in here and lay down. So I've got Elvis. I got real Elvis dogs.
Yeah, you do.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
I feel bad for him that he never or very rarely got to experience that. I think.
I mean, look what happened when he arrived in Hawaii, when he was greeting all those people before the special. Everyone was on his ass. Yeah, come this way, come this way.
They're
And
trying to pull his arm. Yeah.
at one stage, he turned around and he said to the colonel, he said to Red, he said, "Hold up, I'm coming."
Yeah.
And he went back
Hmm.
and he finished greeting those people. And when he was done, he moved up.
It reminds me of Lisa at the birthday. Like, yeah, this is all.
Yeah.
I'll be done because Joel said something to her about tours are about to start. She was a
Mhm.
couple people down from us, and she
Mhm.
kind of looked at him. She said, "Well, whose house is this?"
Ooh,
And I was like,
Wow.
and she just kept on signing.
nice.
I like hearing that.
I love
Mhm.
her.
Because he wanted to get reactions again, because the police officers, had given him a police uniform to wear
Yeah.
for the funeral. And Elvis loved badges. He was like a little kid. He loved badges. He loved uniforms. He loved military uniforms. He loved all that stuff. And this was part of the child in Elvis. And so they gave him a suit and a hat and a badge and the whole thing, and he was so proud of it, and he made sure he had pictures taken of himself, in the suit. And I just watched him, and it was just so much fun to see him because he was so cute. And he said he wanted to go to his favorite restaurant, which I think was the Coal Mining Company or Denver Mining Company, something like that, as I recall. And we went there, and he ordered the famous peanut butter and banana and jelly sandwich and had it delivered to the table. And there was other food and hamburgers and all kinds of stuff. And we sat I think we were sitting in a private.
There's a whole different story about that sandwich. It's not. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Yeah.
Every fucking restaurant across America in the 70s served the famous peanut butter
Maxie had a good
banana
point.
jelly sandwich.
Elvis bought the uniform and wore it so he wouldn't stand out. Correct. He would blend in with everybody else. And did she say he was being like a child?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I would have.
Girl, they always have to minimize him. It makes me so mad.
So what? We all have a fucking child in us.
Right.
And if you can embrace that child and fucking have fun from time to time,
Exactly.
kudos to you.
And you know what?
I always do it.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit if people like it. That's cool. If they don't, fuck them too.
Exactly.
He earned that right.
Patty had said something, but we missed it.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I can scroll back on it. I got him here.
I just don't understand why he couldn't say no. They come and they wanted money and cars and houses and why no?
Yeah.
You know, I just bought you a motorcycle. No.
Well, I think sometimes he did, and then those instances got overinflated tremendously, like he'd taken away somebody's left nut or something. Like
Maybe he should have taken away more.
the whole pickle. He should have just taken that.
Yeah.
I'll just
He had a doctor on call and he had enough medication. Give them a couple of pills, knock them the fuck out, and when they wake up, they known as missus.
Exactly.
Imagine her rambling to Elvis like this.
Oh god.
Yeah,
That's
Patty.
why
I
he didn't
agree.
stay around long.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why Elvis spent so much time upstairs,
Yeah.
in the sanctuary, away from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that in the first part of Lisa's book too. Huh?
Yeah.
do we know Amy about how many bodyguards he had there all the time? Usually,
Constantly. I think there was always one or two on duty, supposedly at the end. Do you guys feel he should have said no more? Well, here's the thing, though. We don't know how many times he said no because he's
yeah,
never
I-
gotten to say.
That's
I
a
was
good point.
I
Yeah.
was going to say that Amy took out the thought before I
Sorry.
could even. No, it's okay. It's 100%. I was going to say that we don't know how many times he said no. Of course, we'll never know. They'll never turn around now and
I mean,
say,
people are viewing this from what the guys have told them, and
Yeah.
I would want to view it from like Elvis's view,
Yeah.
or Lisa's view. Like we don't know.
Yeah,
The-
and they know that we won't. That we don't. Well,
The-
never
the-
know the whole truth, but
the human response, the human way to answer that question would be, I sure as hell would think there were plenty of times when he said,
I'm sure.
hell no, get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
I mean, I know he said no. Billy asked him for a loan for something.
Yeah.
He had to go
Yeah,
sign
for
on something at
wedding.
one point, and he went off and said, "I can't come in my own house without somebody asking me for something."
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you should have said it more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I guess Minnie should say some more now. Here we go.
Room. I don't think we were sitting publicly. And Elvis at one point said, I'm going to get up and walk around. And I looked at him. I said, I said, you don't normally just get up and walk around. I said, are you sure you want to do that? He goes, yeah. He goes, I want to get some reactions. And he would do this for reactions. And he started walking around the tables. And he'd stop at the tables and go, how you doing today, ma'am? How you doing?
Do you know if any of the girlfriends ever called him E?
No, that's her.
No.
You see,
Sam loves E. I just finished reading Robert Cantwell's book, Denver Cop. He was friends with Elvis for quite a few years, and I don't recall Mindy being mentioned even once. And Stephen Schutz has like a 2-part interview on his Rockology YouTube where he talks to these cops, and they give the whole rundown, and Mindy's not talked about at all.
I did a great interview with him.
With Stephen?
Yeah, nice guy.
He's a great guy, yeah.
And Elvis was also not the kind of guy to say, yeah, I'm going to walk around to get some reactions. Bullshit. He wasn't
I
that.
think they said in their tale he had to go to the bathroom, which God forbid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. He was no way in hell he was that egotistical. No ways.
You hear that in books and in some movies that they called him E.
I think some of the guys did.
Yeah, I know the guys did a lot, but
So maybe she just picked that up.
yeah,
Maybe.
it just sounded funny coming out of I mean, I'm used to hearing Joe or one of them. I think a couple of us said, or maybe it was one of the West guys said something.
I would have called him Daddy.
Come here, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Pickle.
I'd have called him E. I'd have called him Baby or Honey or
She,
Hey.
she wants a pickle again. What the hell is wrong
Right.
with her?
Exactly.
No. Now I do. If I'm talking to somebody, I call him E.
Yeah.
A Presley pickle.
Exactly. Yeah, Mindi wasn't mentioned at all in the Denver video Steven made. Nope, not at all.
God, I wanted to say something there.
Do it.
I can just hear Elvis in his fits of laughter hearing this conversation. Probably go, okay.
Yeah, I would have called him gorgeous.
God.
All right, here we go. I got that. I think I got that book by Cantwell too.
Today, sir, are you having a good meal?
Jeez.
And he would start walking around the table. And I looked at the guys. I said, what do you think? I said, do you think you need to follow him? They said, no, he's okay for now. We're going to watch him. He was like a kid in a candy store. He got up. He started shaking people's hands at the tables, at the dining room. Oh, what are you eating there? Oh, that looks good. Oh, what are you doing over here? What are you doing over there? He would do stuff like that for fun. I mean, little, simple, cute things for fun. He walked all around the restaurant talking to people and schmoozing with them and picking up their tab. And, just crazy, fun, sweet little things like that, Joe. Physically, he and I personally didn't get out and do a lot of fun stuff like that. He loved to drive his cars. He'd love to get in a certain kind of car and drive around on the studs, or he'd get on the motorcycles and we'd go riding on the bikes and things like that. And take drives around town. He loved to do that.
Will he pull up next to cars and let people see? Oh, that's Elvis Presley on that motorcycle. I mean, would he do that on purpose?
Yeah, sometimes he would, but you see, in those days, you didn't have to have a helmet. Now, in California, where I grew up, after a certain time period, after a certain year, you have to have a helmet. So, you could be Brad Pitt or any of these guys that drive in LA,
right about California.
They ride on bikes to get to their interviews and to get to the studio.
In context of Joe's question, her answer was completely fucking random. All she needed to say was, he used to do that. Yeah. But why add up to a certain time? No shit. Everyone knew he rode around without a helmet.
And Elvis didn't have to go around begging for attention from anybody.
No. He just put the lights on top of his car, and the cars were
over. Yeah, I mean that picture with him and Kathleen Self on the back of his motorcycle. He's just sitting there at the stoplight, like riding his motorcycle.
Yeah, and you can see the smile in his eyes. He's looking straight at the guy, and he's smiling as if
you can see the kid in the car, like.
Yeah. And he's smiling as if to say, "Yeah, it's me."
Yeah, but it just was cool about it.
Yeah.
You probably got a kick out of it every once in a while, depending on how they act.
Make them weird.
I'm sure he did a couple of times. I'm sure he would love to see. I mean, can you imagine driving down the street and the next minute you see this blue and red light flashing behind you, and you pull to the side of the road and you wind down your window, and this voice says to you, "License and registration, son."
Do you know you were speeding back there? Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you can write me a ticket as long as you sign it.
As long as you sign it.
Yeah.
Because they can be seen in the cars and they don't want... And the problem in LA is we have so much traffic, and you literally sit there, and anybody can come up to your car and, see you. So a lot of these guys that are major stars and celebrities, they get their bikes, and they get on the bikes because you have to wear a helmet. You can't tell who's in there. In those days, if you see early pictures of Elvis, he wasn't usually wearing a helmet. He was out there, his face was out there, his head was out there, and you could tell it was Elvis. Sometimes he would pull up to a car, and sometimes he wouldn't. Sometimes he'd avoid people, but mostly it would be late at night, because that's when he had the freedom, and there wasn't as much traffic out, where he could really go kind of balls to the wall on the bike, and really ride, and do things that were fun like that. During the daytime, he couldn't, and during the day he slept a lot too.
Right. I'm sure you saw Elvis time. I mean, he slept during the day, and you were up all night long.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't go to sleep. I mean, my schedule.
You got something, Joe?
Yeah, I'm sorry to bring this up.
That's all right.
But I always wondered, and I wanted to ask her, did she sleep with Elvis? Did she sleep with Elvis?
Did she get the pickle? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Yeah. And, I mean, a lot of the girls, I wonder.
I don't have a sound effect for a pickle, so I don't know.
And what I'm saying, was she that close?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Joe. Yeah.
She's doing all this talking about and like outside of Graceland and stuff like that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I mean, that's why I bring it up. I don't think they were that close. I think more like a hang around close, like the girl that would hang around with the guys. They say the first Memphis Mafia.
Patty Perry.
I think it was the same thing with Patty. They were friendly. They'd go out and have a good time. I don't think she ever slept with him.
Well, and Sandy Miller said, like the thing with Peggy Lipton was Elvis basically wanted her gone because she couldn't string a sentence together. Mm-hmm. So Elvis wasn't just about how you looked. I'm sure sometimes it was, but yeah, the juicy pickle. But he had to be intellectually stimulated as well by somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see, and I'm the same way. Like you can be the most
in the mind,
but if you're stupid, I can't.
Deal.
There's no way he could provide that stimulation either, because first of all, Elvis wouldn't have the opportunity to say anything, and I don't think he would put up with that for very long.
No, that's why she wasn't really.
I love what Sally Billings says. I would have resisted being arrested, so he would have to become hands-on.
Mm-hmm. Put the cuff on,
please.
Please. Dad.
Have you got them on yet? Like movie ads.
You notice no guys are talking anymore. There's no guys in the chat. I haven't seen. What happened to Charlie?
Charlie tried a bit ago, but yeah.
Oh, did he?
Come back, Charlie. We'll be good.
All right, here we go.
His schedule. His schedule was my schedule.
What was his schedule, basically, Mindy? What was his schedule?
It was different when he was on tour than when he was at home, but he basically lived the same at home as he did when he was on tour to keep that kind of a schedule, because when we were on tour, we would go to,
She didn't answer the question.
Oh.
The schedule was different at home and on tour, but then said he had to keep the same schedule when he was off tour, so...
So far, she hasn't answered the question because I don't think...
She knows.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, when she starts off, there's that little hesitation. And if you know the answer, most of the time, you're just going to spit it right out.
It's what I call word salad.
Yeah.
Escape and evasion. That's what they call it.
Duck and dodge.
Do 2 shows a day in the same city or in a different city. So sometimes we do one afternoon show, get right back in the plane, and go to another city that was close by, and he'd get ready and do a night show there. And then we'd go back to the hotel usually, and he'd stay up pretty much most of the night, because what people don't realize a lot is that when you're doing a show like that and you're sold out, and every show he did was sold out, the energy level was so incredible at the stage level that nobody could just go home. I mean, the musicians, the singers, nobody could just go home and go to bed. You just couldn't. The energy level was so high. And I used to always sit to the side of the stage. The girlfriend sat to the side of the stage. So we didn't really get to see the show from the front like most ordinary people or the fans do. We sat at the side because they had to bring us in and take us out before the show ended.
I wouldn't have
bitched about those. We'd be in the car waiting
seats.
for Elvis.
No, they didn't.
Because they would rush him out. Joe Esposito would usually rush him out, and the guys at the end of the song, and he would literally be in the car driving.
They didn't always sit on the side. Some of them sat in the booth. I mean, on some of the albums, you can hear him call them out from the stage. He'd say, "Get up, do this, do that." They would
Yeah,
be
stand up, show off your ring. Yeah.
yeah, they'd be in the booth. They wouldn't be on the side of the stage.
Yeah, they were usually right straight in front of one of the booths. He had his own booth there for.
Yeah.
That's where Priscilla would sit. Was right there in the center.
She would sit there. Who else? Who else was there? She would sit there. Vernon would sit there. Sheila Ryan sat there.
Lisa.
Uh, Lisa was sat in his booth, but oh no, the girlfriends watched the show from the side of the stage.
It might tell you something there, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Shirley is a nut, but I personally think she's done a few things with some truth. Yeah, I think Shirley Dew, her first version of Priscilla in Child Bride was probably true. And now she's shifted her narrative so she can be aligned with Priscilla.
Isn't it amazing how often that's happening now, where everybody's just shifting pre-Lisa?
I mean, Shirley really hates Ginger, and it's so bizarre. Like, it's unhinged, honestly. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't either. The reactions are not even within the realm of Elvis's personality. He would never do any of that shit.
Well, and she wrote a letter to Joe calling Elvis a creep and all kinds of bad things because Elvis didn't want her on tour. He was hooking Joe up with somebody else.
Huh.
And a collector has that, and they refused to show it. But it was in Dr. Nick's house because his Dr. Nick's mistress had it.
Ooh.
And gave it to a
But
Elvis, shut up. Elvis then says, "Why does Shirley hate Ginger?" I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I was just
probably because she wanted to bang Elvis and he didn't want her.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Cam.
Shirley was very attractive, so you can't tell me she was all wanting Joe's pickle because I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Espositos or mine? Pickle.
Who wants Esposito's pickle? No one, literally.
That's what she wants, mine, Cam. Go ahead.
Everyone hates Ginger because she got the ring. Yeah.
All right.
Away when the announcer would say Elvis has left the building, we were gone. We literally were gone. You could barely hear the announcer say that as we drove away. That's how fast it was. So we sat to the side of the stage, and you could feel the energy level. It was so high that there was no way even I could just go back to the hotel or go home or go to sleep. So we'd go to the hotel. We'd usually, the first thing is we eat something because we'd be hungry, and Elvis would be starving and thirsty after the show because he'd put so much energy into it. And so we'd usually eat. We'd sit down and eat. He'd change, eat, take a shower, eat, and then we would visit, usually with the guys. If the Sweets were around, we'd call the Sweet Inspirations in. Sometimes he'd sing some more, but he'd sing,
she's telling you something that everybody will do. You're really getting no information out of it.
No, you're not. She's not. She doesn't answer the question. She just tells you a whole story that gets triggered somehow. I don't know.
Jamie, I don't want to. She's still alive, so I'm not going to out her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't want any of those smoke of any of it.
Oh.
Ooh, the plot thickens. No, we're not gonna...
Yeah. And yet again, how dare these people, get angry because Elvis said no, he doesn't want them on tour. How dare Elvis kick me off of his tour? Like the nerve of that guy.
Yeah, Natalie, I would say anybody who toured with Elvis, they all were failed.
Yeah.
That was the life of the road, basically. I'm protective of people. Like even, I just don't want to.
No, that's a good thing. It allows the trust to be there,
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. I don't know what she was talking about a minute ago, but we'll find out.
Gospel
Taking
songs,
showers
songs that were very
Joe just popped up. What was the word? Shower?
Yeah. Yeah, out of all that she was talking about, the only thing Amy pulled
When I
from
said
that
shower, he said,
was
"What?"
shower.
His head popped up. He can't even speak. Okay, you ready, Joe?
He's ready.
Yeah.
That would kind of lull him to sleep, or we'd just talk, and he'd always want to talk about the show. Well, was it a good show? What could I have done better? How could it have been this way? You know, he wanted feedback from everybody. He wanted to know that the show was good, that he did right by the fans, that how could he make it better the next time. Then after we would visit with people, we'd go into our room, which was either a hotel or at home, or, you know, whether it was in L.A. or Graceland or wherever it was. And that was our private time. And we would usually visit and read and talk and watch TV. We'd read from the Bible. We'd sing. Sometimes we'd lay down, and he'd want to sing more even. And a lot of stuff he would want to sing was Roberta Flack. And I would take harmony, or he'd take harmony. And he would black out the room,
she
turn
can
all the
sing
lights
now?
off. We'd lay in.
Oh, you've not heard her sing?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do that later.
Okay. I guess, yeah, when I get constipated, I'll listen to her. That'll help me solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Bed next to each other, hold hands, and
There wasn't
he'd
there,
lay.
Jim.
We'd just lay next to each other quietly on our backs, and I'd say, "Elvis, what do you want to sing?" And he'd pick a song, and we'd sing, and we could sing for hours. We would just sing. And that one time he turned over to me and he goes, "Honey, you got a real nice voice there."
Oh.
And I leaned over and I whispered in his ear. I said, "Hun," I said, "so do you, but don't give up your day job." And he just howled. He just howled at that one. He thought that was so funny. He just laughed and laughed and laughed. And I said, "Well, good. I can make you laugh." He said, "Yeah." And he said, "You got a good sense of humor." You know, so I mean, little things like this, and
That's how you will.
you know, and so we would do little sweet private things after we visited with everybody after the show. But he'd be so riled up, and he'd talk about the show some more, and he'd say, he'd sometimes say, "Well, did you see that so and so sitting in the first row?" Or did you see that teddy bear somebody threw me on stage? And he'd talk about little things like that, and he was
This is
very,
just
very aware
baseline
on that.
info.
It's all things somebody would know if they went to an Elvis concert.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing here that's like any kind of intimacy or.
No,
Yeah.
It's no insider information at all.
yeah. Wasn't it weird when she said it would go to the room and she would go to the room and visit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't catch that. But wow. Did she, that how she put it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you go into a room, you think there'd be more wang dang type thing going on.
The pickle would be happening. Yeah, but no.
Right. No ring.
So you have to remember, Joe, this is what they called it back in the day, buddy. It was called visiting.
Well,
Yeah, that is a part of the country still uses that too.
It's called
Uses, oh, what are you
But
doing? Oh,
even Diane Goodman said when she first went on the road with him, like he got her own room so she would be comfortable, so she wouldn't feel like pressured to do anything. So that's probably what he did for her the couple times she went.
well, I'm sorry. A lot of times he didn't have sex with him, is what they say, because he just wanted somebody with him. I know a woman, that's exactly what happened. That she wore his top. She said, I was covered, and all he did was hug me all night. He just wanted somebody there.
Oh God, sign me up. Yeah.
And then again, we have to take into account, Joe, like we said before, half of these fucking things were candy coated sugar pops to begin with. No wonder he didn't want to touch them, because they were fucking airheads.
They were airheads. Diane Goodman's doing an appearance. Yes, Angelo, I'm going to that. It's Lyndall and Stephen Schutz's event. It's a really good event. If anybody gets a chance to do their presentation, they show a lot of artifacts of Elvis's, and you get to hold something. And in our case, we smell the cigar tips that have his. I hold Rhonda's hair back, and she holds my hair back, and we try to smell him and freaks like that, you know. But it's a great event.
These visuals I'm getting right now. Okay.
I would have settled for a hug all night. That's what he did.
Yeah, I would have too. Just to sit, I would sit with him, read to me all night, read me the phone book. I'll sit there with you.
I
Sit
said,
and
I said, to
sit
my,
and talk shit.
I
I mean,
said,
was it too much to ask that the guy just didn't want to be by himself? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said to my friend, no sex. No, nope. He
yeah,
didn't even want it. Didn't even, try anything. He just wanted a hug, and he went to sleep because
just
he had a hard time. She said he had a hard time sleeping.
hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes, Angela, we'll definitely have to meet up for sure.
I'll have to give you that information and the woman's name because she's passed now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
so.
I think there's a lot of them like that.
You've seen many of her photos. It's the same thing with Sue McCaslin. You've seen many of her photos. It's just people just don't know. They see these photos and they forget about the lucky people that took them.
They've got to take them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
On the shows, who did what, and he remembered people, and the bright lights hurt his eyes because of the glaucoma, but he could see things that were going on, and he loved to make funny things on stage. But we would finally go to sleep maybe 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But now it depended, because if he had a noon show the next day or an afternoon show, he couldn't sleep in. And normally we would sleep in till maybe 3, 4, 5 o'clock and then wake up and have breakfast. But if he had a noon show, then we'd have to get to sleep earlier, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. And then he'd have to get up and do a show. Now, if it was a show in the same town, he'd get up and do the noon show and then go back to the hotel and rest and relax between shows and then go do a night show, usually like an 8 o'clock show or something. Then from that show, we would normally go right to the plane. And then we'd sleep on the plane, we'd visit on the plane, or we'd go back to the bedroom on the Lisa Marie and sleep until we got to the next city and then get up and do it all over again. But it was a grind. And I had to learn how to pack very quickly and how to unpack and get dressed and be pretty and do the makeup and the hair and all that.
Oh, what a burden you must have had.
What a shitty life.
What time period is she talking about? Because what type when was she with Elvis? Or
she met him in March of 75,
okay.
And then I don't know that she was ever on the plane that she's coming off of is the one he leased, where she has the picture of them coming down.
Right.
She inaccurately names it Lisa Marie, but you can tell by the stripes on it, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he got that plane in 75, the Lisa Marie.
It had to be customized and all that stuff.
So I don't think he really started
around by then.
Yeah.
And again, you're with Elvis, and what are you telling me? His tour rundown schedule, and when he got breakfast, and that's all you have, that you shared this like intimate connection with him over the books and the spirituality, but you're droning on about afternoon and evening shows. No.
Yeah, that's usually the sign of a bullshitter, is when they have too many
details.
I still wonder where the fucking photos are. They got that photo.
There's like 4 of them, I think.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you cleared up some, Rick.
What's that?
You cleared up some of the photos.
The one in the back.
Oh yeah, they come out really good.
But still, 4.
Yeah, there was one point I think I had pinpointed down all her dates for some odd reason. I'll have to find it, but it wasn't that many.
Yeah.
Because the other girlfriends, I mean, you got to think at this time this was also Sheila, Diane Goodman. Linda's still hanging on like a stage 5 clinger. So, I mean, she really couldn't have been there that much.
Linda.
Did you say stage 5 clinger?
Yeah.
Between you and Cam, man, I got to have a whole new encyclopedia dictionary here. Dictionary of phrases.
I mean, if a man buys you a house, that means he was trying to get you to, and then when that didn't work, he gets her an apartment in LA and says, "Oh, honey, go audition for something. I'll help you do that." Ma'am, he's trying to.
Yeah, like when he's even offering to pay his rent, he's like saying in so many words,
Please move along.
Get the fuck out. Go, bye.
Now, Mindy, you only got a car? But you know what?
Yeah, and she got a ring that she auctioned at some point. That's all I've ever seen so far. She's got a bottle. She's got a bottle of Vaseline lotion from the hospital with his name on the label that she needed lotion one night, and he gave her that.
Did she get the remaining of the toilet paper that was left in the bathroom?
Try not to
in
laugh.
the room?
Yeah.
Cam, stop.
Okay, hilarious.
This crusty bottle with the label. It's got like the Baptist. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would probably be offended if I was at Elvis's house and I'd be like, "Hey, my skin's dry," and he's like, "Here's this left lotion, bitch."
Hey, that's a good pickup. Like, hey, my skin's dry.
He didn't give her the nice lotion. He gave her the here's the
Yeah.
Oh God!
this crusty lotion I had the last time I was in the hospital.
Here's a bottle of Vaseline. You can have it. I got no use for it.
I'm gonna spit my water out. I got a picture of it somewhere. I'm gonna go find it real quick. Just continue.
Oh God!
Oh, it's good shit.
Here we
A
go.
lot of downtime. And the downtime that we had, even on the plane, we would visit. But if it was really between the shows, he'd want to read. We would study the Bible together. We would talk about afterlife. We would talk about all things spiritual, Zen, Buddhism. Talk about the Lord, Jesus. Talk about the 7 rays. We would talk about where your spirit goes after it passes. Things that just really enthralled him that I loved. So he finally had somebody with me that he could talk about those things with, because he couldn't really talk about them with the guys. They weren't into it. And he would talk more about, guy stuff, and friend stuff.
Guy,
He's so bad about the lotion. He's really got shit.
She's worse this week than she was last. Guy Camp.
Okay, Rick, you should have it.
Oh God! Like, what did Elvis give you? Oh, he gave me a bottle of Vaseline.
Tried to send the link with the story, but it didn't go through. You got to put the lotion on the screen. I mean, you have to.
She was so hard done by. Pardon the pun.
Okay, so this is a link to. Okay, which.
Yeah, don't click the link. It just takes you to the group, but above should be the picture.
Okay.
Crusty. Yeah, you can keep that up.
Crusty. Oh, I see it. Okay, I didn't see that.
So here's the story. She said it was shortly after Elvis got out of Baptist on one of his stays there. He had sent for me to come and visit him in the hospital, but someone else showed up. I was told to unpack and not fly. When I was visiting him shortly thereafter, my skin was really dry, so he brought out this bottle of Vaseline lotion and told me to keep it. It's a great product, but what makes it special is who the label is made out to.
Here we go. You guys ready?
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There you go. For hospital use only.
Oh, intensive care lotion for hospital use only.
Mm-hmm.
We need to check all the auction sites, see if it was ever sold off an auction.
I think she still got it.
That's fun.
So she just found it in the back of her cabinet not too long ago.
Next to a gun holster.
It was in the shed. It was in the shed with Delbert's gun holster.
Oh.
Ginger got a ring and she got a bottle of it.
Elvis
wonder why they don't get along.
Elvis had a bad month. Money was tight.
Here's the lotion, baby. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's Mindy's bottle. Well, it was Elvis's, and then it became Mindy's.
Oh my
I don't think she ever got a TLC either.
For professional, Sally caught the line. For professional use only.
Intensive
I mean, how do you become a professional roast?
See, I found my people because this is the stuff we laugh about all night, and nobody else finds it funny. Oh.
Intensive care.
Mhm.
How do you become a professional lotion?
I got to get back to that. Let's see that
Oh,
again. For professional use,
For professional use only.
for hospital use.
Yeah, for hospital use only. She can't use it.
I mean, yeah, she shouldn't have it. It's like contraband. It's supposed to be at Baptist. Egyptian Vaseline lotion? We don't know.
oh.
Okay, we need some more of that, Mindy.
Whew, that's good stuff.
Left
I
the
need
women
to get
that
my
would listen
lotion,
to it
my
or
lotion
that were
spreading
into it.
diploma.
Not a lot of people were.
Right. Mindy,
Yes.
is it true that Elvis never understood why he was Elvis and why he was so famous? Is it true that he questioned that? He didn't know why? Why him?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
this will be good.
He questioned it all the time. All the time. Even when he wasn't performing, he questioned it. And people, especially on Facebook, they'll ask me questions like, well, we see these pictures of him looking dazed or confused and staring out the car window all the time. And I said, well, most of the pictures you see at that time, some of them were actually taken in the car, in the limo after the concert. And
I can't do it.
most of the time, he would turn over to me and say, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And I said, what? What? And he'd say, I can't believe that all these people came to see me.
Well,
We gave you a
And
lotion.
he'd look
well, he did that before though. He did that to
I'm sorry, Joe. I hit the wrong button.
I agree with what she just said about why do they come here for me, because I interviewed one of the stamps and he said the same thing, that Elvis, he wondered why people came, and the stamp said they're here for you, and Elvis said, but why? And the guy said again, he said, it's because you're Elvis. Elvis did ask that question a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's also baseline knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
bus were just packed with people. And that's why we had to get out early, because otherwise we couldn't get out. So his limo would be mobbed. We'd never be able to get out. So that's why he had to leave. The minute that song was done, he was gone. But he never understood it. And he would question it a lot of the time. He didn't question it a lot around other people, but when we were alone, he would say, why do you think I was chosen? Why do you think God gave it to me? He said, I'm nobody. He said, I'm a poor boy from Tupelo. We didn't have anything, Mindy.
Yeah.
He said, I don't understand why God gave me all the gifts. And I said, he did give you all the gifts, Elvis. I said, God knew and still knows that you would do right by him. And that not only if he gave you the gifts would you lift God up as you do, and that you would praise the Lord as you do, and you would talk about him publicly as you do. I said, but you would sing the songs of the gospel. You would sing God's praises. You would sing God's hymns, because that's what God
I mean, I never
wants
knew
you
any
to
of
do.
this about
He
him.
wants people to
Got all of this.
sing.
That's going to be one of the best lines of the day. I'm so glad she's explained.
Thank God. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what, and if you read the Bible, that's what it clearly states in the Bible. I can't quote Ecclesiastes or a number, of a paragraph or anything like that, but Elvis knew that, and he, in many of his writings in the Bible, and he'd always say to me, a Bible is not read unless you write in it.
Yeah.
He said, and a spiritual book is not a spiritual book unless you underline and you write in it. So we were
She definitely doesn't read the Bible very much at all, if ever, because it's not a paragraph. It's called a verse.
A verse.
And
Yeah.
everybody that reads Bibles or have any form of religious backing that involves the Bible knows it's a verse.
Yeah.
We're not learning anything that she could not have gotten through somebody else.
No.
We're not.
Yeah. What? Yeah, never mind.
Maxie, some people have actually said, well, that must be true because more than one person said it because they all copy each other.
Yeah.
No.
I don't believe any of them.
Well, we all know she knew him.
Yeah.
How close were they?
He was there.
Did she spend a lot of time with them? That's what I don't. I would think that there would be more photos. I don't. You know, this guy was photos.
Yeah, I couldn't
all
find many.
the time. Where are they?
I mean, I think she probably saw him as much as Diane Goodman probably did. I mean, there's a few photos of her with Elvis,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was some long-term relationship. She was with him, but she was a short time filler. Yeah, I agree. She wasn't a Sheila for sure.
Lining all the time. We were writing all the time. In my Bible, his Bibles. And he would always say, but why me? I said, because he knew as a spirit, before you ever came to earth, that as a spirit, and then giving you the entity, that you would do right by him, that you would not misuse and abuse the gifts that God gave you. And I said, and you never have. He said, no, I never have. And he says, and I never will. I said, therein is your answer, Elvis. That is your answer.
Did he like being Elvis? Did he like being Elvis Presley?
He loved being Elvis Presley.
Wow, I never heard that before.
Loved it. What he
loved being Elvis Presley.
Yeah, no, I've heard it. I was being.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Her loving calm persona is BS too. I've seen her rant in chats, and she was complaining to me about Linda's bikini photos. Yeah, I've got some great stories about some stuff she said. That love and light shit is not it.
Patty, still waiting for her to take a breath.
Yeah. Natalie got a question here. Didn't Diane do an interview where she said that she did not make like certain members of the?
Yeah, there was a great interview Diane did with a channel that's no longer up because somebody can't mind their own business. And there was a fantastic interview with Diane Goodman on there with so many gems in it, but the video's been taken down.
Wow.
But the way this woman is talking, she spent a lifetime with Elvis.
Oh yeah, she knew him, just inside and out, and yeah. But yet, the little book she just wrote is like a stapled together pamphlet.
I got all these stories that this person and that person had.
Yeah, it's just who's got what is it? Who's got the?
She wasn't very love and light about the tea lady. No, she wasn't, and she wasn't very love and light. A couple years ago, somebody had spray painted "racist" across Elvis's star in Hollywood, and so I made a post about it. Caroline, a friend of mine, Caroline, made a post about it. Darby, and it got to Steve Francis, and then Steve Francis got it to Paul Gansky, and then he got a hold of somebody to clean it. And I'd actually messaged Mindi, and I said, "Could you go clean this off of there?" And you know what she said to me?
No.
Let Linda do it. She gets paid to do events at Elvis Week.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Mm-hmm. So how much do you love him?
Mm-hmm.
Because a friend of mine went out there at early morning, walking the streets because she lives out there. You know how unsafe it is, with some alcohol and cleaner, and somebody had already gotten it, and that was just a regular fan that did it.
He wasn't a racist.
No, that's why it upset me. I called City Hall so much, and it was over like a holiday. They probably have 45 voicemails from me losing my mind about that. And people just kept taking pictures of it, but nobody did anything.
Nice.
It got cleaned up.
I remember that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mindi wasn't going to do it because let Linda do it.
That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of vicious fighting cats.
Now here's the thing: like I am who I am when you're talking to me in a message or when I'm on here.
Yeah.
Like, you all know that. Like I'm not putting on any kind of. That's why people say she's so mean. No, but
There's no point in it.
You are a little.
depends on how you act towards me is what I say.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much of that on other channels that do that crap.
It's got to be authentic.
I got nothing to hide, and it's such a crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Was part of who he was as a human being. But as many times as everybody has read and they've heard him say in his interviews, the entertainer is one thing, the man is another. And they were two separate entities. But he loved being, quote, Elvis Presley the entertainer, unquote. He loved singing. He loved acting. Mm-hmm. He loved making movies. He wasn't crazy about all the movies, but he loved being an entertainer. It's what he wanted to do from the time he can remember. He was singing at 2 years old. Jesse, his grandfather on his father's side, sang. His mama sang. The Presleys were a singing family. People don't realize they all sang.
Right.
And they were all very good. But he was the chosen one, you see. He was the one that God gave the gift of stature, beauty of face, beauty of voice, beauty of hand. There was not an inch of this man that was not beautiful, including his feet.
Did he miss?
I mean,
did he miss being normal? I mean, did he want to be able to go out and be with people and not be Elvis Presley? Did he ever talk about that?
Yeah, he did. He did. He missed it, and whenever he could, he
If
went
he
out.
tried to be normal,
and,
they wouldn't let him be
We
normal.
did some fun things, you know.
Right.
He liked to shock people, and on a couple of different occasions. One's when he bought me a car, and we went out, and he decided he wanted to go to the gas station and pump the gas himself.
Right.
And
didn't we hear this story a minute ago?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Recycling stories in the same.
Yeah. I've been keeping track of all the things that she said that I've never heard before. So this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
And this story, I know I've heard this story, and it seems like it was really recently. This gas station story.
Paying for everybody's gas and all that, but he loved to shock people. He loved being Elvis Presley in the moment, even though he was, in his right.
He didn't like. It wasn't the shocking. It was the generosity and the giving that got him more than just
he loved
watching somebody be shocked. Yeah, to him it was a gift to him to see somebody receive a gift from.
Be happy, yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis Entertainment says she mentioned something about Elvis and racist in Baby Let's Play a House, but I can't find it.
Yeah, she said that Elvis stopped seeing her because he found out that she slept with someone of a different race, and I think that's absolute bullshit. And I would guess it was probably because he couldn't stand to hear her drone on endlessly about herself. Mm-hmm. So it just all her statements did was fed into the Elvis's racist narrative that we've been trying to fight forever, and it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
People should get that book that I worked on. I can't even remember the name of it. You got it, Rick.
The racist one, the black and white.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I wonder. I might try to scan that in.
Which one you have, Rick?
Just the book. What's the name of that? I don't have it right next to me here.
Oh, okay.
I think Elvis in Technicolor or something.
Black. Yeah, from black and white to Technicolor, something like that.
That's a good one. I've never heard of that one, but it's good.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get it scanned. You can't find it anywhere.
It's full of people of a different race that loved him and said he wasn't like that. He did this for me.
What a great book! Yeah,
it's full. But what upset me is some of the people. There's some rappers in there. Some of them turned their stories around, and all of a sudden, after the book, they said he was racist.
Yeah.
Not just the rappers; it was other people.
Yeah, people love that shock value. It makes me so freaking mad.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis was as far from being a racist as what I am from being a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even when you go back to Sam Bell and Tupelo, I mean, it was way before he was. Yeah.
I think because he's Southern, and that's the stigma with the South, even to this date.
Yeah.
But it's coming from two different spectrums in my opinion. It's coming from jealousy in the
Yes.
music industry. It's not so much that's what they do to try to degrade him by calling him a racist, whether they believe it or not. You know, people like the guy that produced the Jacksons. I can't think of him right now.
Oh,
Quincy.
Barry Gordy.
Yeah, not Barry Gordy.
Quincy. Because he dated Peggy. He was married to Peggy Lipton. That's why he hated Elvis.
Quentin.
Quincy.
Oh, Quincy produced Michael.
Quincy produced.
Yeah.
He hated, called him a racist, and Quincy had a lot to. Quincy was part of Atlantic, I think, at the time that Elvis was or being shot for a record label, which everybody already knew within the circle there that he was going to be at RCA because that's where.
Quincy Jones. Yeah.
But he got into a bidding war. Is what he did. Is create it with Atlantic, and Atlantic really wanted it. And this is just what I've heard and understand, and it makes sense. And they turned Atlantic down because, and Quincy knew that all it was just a bargaining tool that's all they were used for. And from that point forward, Quincy never, Quincy was a pure racist. Well, not one word of to prove it. And even some of his own people that recorded for him told him he wasn't racist. Some of the, and they were black artists.
But
I think some of that had to do with Peggy Lipton as well, though, because Elvis.
Yep.
Did her.
But you hear that word and you just can't.
Oh,
stamped on somebody's forehead.
He stole the black.
Can't get rid of it.
It's crazy, and he's proven time and time again. They ignore the proof that comes straight from Elvis's own mouth.
Yeah.
And
stories of those. I mean, the Sweets have so many stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you're watching Epic and he comes into the rehearsal with a black and white shirt on,
right.
Who does he go over to immediately? Goes over to the Sweets. He crouches down. He starts gossiping with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great clip.
Well, I'm going to sound like an idiot if it's not true. Didn't Elvis was friendly with one of them?
Myrna.
Huh? Yeah.
He wanted to date Myrna.
Right. Right.
But Jerry ended up getting her.
Yeah. He was racist.
I don't know. I'm still not convinced him and Myrna didn't.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. The pickle?
Because when you watch her and you watch how she looks at him,
yeah,
got the googly eyes. I'm like, girl.
Yeah, I think they did too.
You took that secret with you.
Yeah.
Which good for her.
And good for them. Yeah, exactly.
Myrna. I think
it's like
Myrna was gorgeous.
I interviewed her.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's a phone call with her. I taped everything. If I remember right, she was a little. She had been drinking a bit.
Yeah, she had a little problems there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I see some other interviews where she seems a little, not so much as drinking, but maybe
she's
it's almost meth type music.
A little tweaky. Yeah, she's a little tweaky.
Yeah.
Their clothes, and a lot of the time he wore the sweatsuits, and he had a little white kind of tennis hat that he wore all the time that he loved. That was his favorite outfit. And he wore that when he was just really relaxing. And, he loved to be Elvis Presley. He loved people to recognize him. He really did love that. And, there were more than one occasions. I know we've talked about it privately, but there were more than one occasions when we were out at restaurants. He did go out, and he would walk around the tables and like to shock people and say, hi, how you doing? He'd pick up their tab. And, he would do little things like this.
He wasn't shocking them, lady. It's called being courteous.
He had an insane.
So, hello, ma'am. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
It's not shocking people. It's being well-mannered and gentleman-like. You know what? I guess life has become so fucked up these days that having manners and being courteous does seem kind of freaky, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think Elvis would do that in a setting like a restaurant. They'd want to go, I'm going to walk around and shock these people, in a restaurant. No.
And this is the same story she just told about the Denver thing. So
Yeah.
Saying,
he was getting up to go to the bathroom.
I think if he did something like that, Amy, did he?
I
Sorry,
mean, he may
familiar.
have, but I mean, I just don't think she acts like he needed people to notice him. That's all he ever had was people noticing him.
I think he just,
That's bullshit. I don't believe that.
I think he wanted people to have a good day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
he-
not.
he was a
Maybe
good
now.
representative.
Maybe now and again to like just pull the piss out of people to see their reaction, like really to surprise them. Yes, but it wasn't a case of to go and shock them. It was more a case of he liked seeing their absolute surprise and shock and horror. Oh my God, I was sitting in a diner and Elvis came up to me and said hello.
Can you believe Elvis was on the jet with us? It's that type of thing.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
earlier I thought she said he did not go out. Right. So which one is
Yeah.
She's talking
Yeah.
about
Great
she's
picture.
talking about the hat he wore in '77 in Hawaii. She just seen the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my
That's what I
thought.
thought when she said that. I was thinking that. And I go, that's
Mhm.
what he. I never saw him in that hat before that.
it? It's the
No.
only time I've ever seen him in that hat is why.
Just curious. Melissa says, "Haha, Maxie." She claims she was there then on the foot of his bed while he was ranting about EWH.
No way.
What's
Timelines don't do that.
EWH? What's
Elvis, what happened?
What's EWH?
Elvis, what happened?
Oh, God.
Yeah, she wasn't around for that.
She was long gone by that time.
She, I, so far of all the people that we've listened to interviews, she's got to be the biggest bullshitter. Oh, hold on.
This is all for entertainment purposes only. Our comments are our opinions only. We make no claims as to fact, and the viewer should make their own opinions. All
Okay.
Here we go. I want to
No,
make one that says, if you're going to talk about Elvis, then I'm going to talk about you. I mean, you open yourself up for it when you put yourself out there.
yeah, no disrespect to women here or out in the chat or anywhere in the world, but my God, if this woman was any thick, she's thicker than a tub of peanut butter. This woman.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody says the same story, uses the same
Yeah.
something close to it over and over, I mean, they say it's just a lie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's rehearsed.
yeah.
She just flipped the album and now it's playing backwards.
But she's got to have stories in her that are real. Why keep using the same one? I mean,
Yes, her stories are probably too fucking boring.
she was with them. They talked to each other. What the hell did they talk about? You know, there's so much you could learn from this woman. You'll learn the same thing.
I think, Joe, it's a case of she's become so used to spinning the shit stories for so long that she's actually started believing them. She can't distinguish
That's a
between
good
fact.
point.
She can't distinguish anymore between fact and fiction because she's been spinning the shit story so long. The two have actually become interweaved, and she can't tell the difference between which is.
She must have stories. Tell us the freaking things.
Yeah, tell us something we don't know.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
Well,
Like, tell us what colorway socks.
Well, I think I wonder if she's going to talk. I know there was an incident in a gas station one time. Let's see if she mentioned anything about that.
Yeah.
And whenever he could get away with being crazy, he would. And we all called him Crazy. His nickname was Crazy.
Oh, you don't say.
But that-
He called other
You
people
don't
Crazy.
say.
And
Sounds
you know,
crazy.
one of my nicknames for him was Crazy. And he was the funniest guy. But yes, he loved being Elvis Presley. He loved entertaining.
How many times
I
did you
know
do
at times he missed going out and just
How
being
long
normal.
ago did
But
I ask this
you
question?
know, he
I don't know.
What color was your pigeon?
4 hours, 37 minutes, and 16 seconds ago, Joe.
taught me how to live with it. And I remember one time we were on tour.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, Melissa, because I heard something. It's going to kind of tie in with this whole Donna and Larry Geller thing, but well, actually, it's not. I'm sorry, but last week there was some videos going out about Elvis in the coffin and all that. Was it real and all this? And one of the people that was reached out to confirm if that picture was real or not was Miss Mindy Miller. But she always spoke when was asked that question. You heard we all were pissed off about that or about that.
Mhm.
Who's we?
Who is we? Yeah.
As if she's part of the, like someone said earlier, as if she's part of the Mythos Mafia, and
She was a widow or something. Yeah.
She was there for a hugger, like I said. She was there for a hugger, and that's it.
She was a cuddler.
That's it.
A little cuddle bunny.
Which there's no shame in that. Like,
No.
Amy likes to cuddle.
I do love to cuddle.
Mm-hmm. Let's go on.
on one of the tours, and
bunny boiler.
he said to me, I was getting frustrated because we were in the hotel, in the plane, in the car, in the hotel, in the plane, in the car.
I like
and
him.
You know, this was a daily grind, day after day after day. And at one point, I bumped my head against the wall in kind of a gesture of, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And he took me in his hands, and he put his hands on my shoulder, and he said, come here. And
Linda?
I don't know if I can do this anymore, she said. It's very Linda. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a freaking miserable life, wasn't it?
Oh, how hard. That had to be so, she just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, terrible. Such a shitty life. I get
fly around and be served food and brought room service, and no, it's hard.
I could have gotten cars and rings, but I got a bottle of lotion.
She got a car.
And the worst part of it all, it was hospital grade lotion.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't even special lotion.
I have to keep it under lock and key. The kids won't get to it.
He took me into the other room, and he
Sally.
said, listen, he said,
Oh my God! What have we created here? We got a whole vegetable department going on with our show.
You know, a lot of the interviews that I did with the women and that, they always said, a couple of them said that they always asked, what was the size of his pickle?
Yeah.
You
Did
know,
they ever say? I mean, there's a whole Coke bottle thing.
normal,
in the 50s.
just a normal, regular a pickle. And I said, okay. Well, it worked. I said, okay.
I imagine that it did.
Yeah, he said it worked. But they asked so many times, you would not believe it. And she even said that people would ask.
Yeah, I would imagine that.
I mean, it's something I would want to know, but I don't know if I would go asking somebody.
It's something that you would want to know the size of his pickle.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Honestly, no, because the size of his pickle wouldn't matter. As long as I could have that pickle, that particular pickle.
It's not the size of the boat in the ocean, folks. It's the motion of the ocean.
That's correct.
You need that lotion?
Oh, Kathleen needs some Vaseline.
I know. Hey, Charlie, clean up an
What have we done?
Elvis Entertainment says it's no.
Good on you, Charlie. Good on you.
Yeah.
We need to that needs to go on a t-shirt or a mug now. We need to use the pickle on the t-shirt or on the mug.
Yeah, we should copyright it.
We should put it in the merch store.
It's no one's business.
What are we going to call it? What pickle?
On the front of the mug, you put it in big writing. Have you seen the pickle? ? And then you put an arrow showing going around and on the back end of the mug, you put a giant ass pickle there.
Giant pickle. Have you had the pickle?
All right.
Have you had your pickle this morning?
I'll ask ChatGPT to create me an image of a pickle on a mug.
God, look what I've started. Jeez.
It's great.
I know. Gee, okay, we can just go back to Mindy. Well, she's the one that brought it up, huh?
I know that it can be a daily grind.
I know.
He said, you're going to have to
No, I mean, it's no one's business. Oh, I see the. No, you're right.
I mean, yeah, it's not, but I feel like there's been worse things revealed about Elvis.
Yeah, I would say so.
Learn if you're going to be with me how to do this. And he said, you're not going to be able to go out. You're not going to be able to do things like you normally would when you're not with me.
Oh my
He
God.
said, but here's what I do. And he sat me down and he taught me how to meditate. He sat me down cross-legged and we started meditating. He taught me how to meditate and then reading. And he really taught me, Joe, that you have to have discipline. And the biggest thing in his life was discipline. In some areas he had more of it than others. But you really had to be disciplined to do the kind of work that he did on the grand scale that he did it on, over and over and over, week after week, month after month, and year after year, upon years of doing this. The discipline was incredible. And so he taught me how to be disciplined and do it. And he said, you put that out of your mind, and when we're on tour or when we're doing this or that, you're not going downstairs, you're not walking around, you're not going shopping, you're not going to the movies. And he said, this is what you have to do. And he said, if you're going to be with me, you're going to have to learn to do this. And I did. And it was one of many, many, many lessons I learned from him that to this day I have helped me and I've taken with me in certain areas of my life where I've needed great amounts of discipline to get through it.
Right. Let me ask you something. Can you tell me about the first time you went to Graceland? What did you think about it?
What'd you say, Amy?
I'm just, she's just full of shit.
I know it's.
Yeah, I was going to say you need to have a brain to exercise discipline to begin with. That's probably why she battled with the discipline part, because the elevator didn't go all the way to the top level. I don't think it got past the basement.
I'm just looking for information. I mean, she just keeps
on
droning.
and on. The funeral part's the best, though. Where she really hangs herself up.
Okay.
She said she was by the casket for 3 days.
Impossible.
Wasn't even there for 3 days. And then I just saw where she left a comment somewhere where she said she was by it for 6 hours.
Gotcha.
See, she can't even remember what she said before. You know, when I'm sitting here listening to this, she's talking nonstop, and then you compare it to Marty Lacker, who really talked nonstop. But there's a credibility in Marty, and there's not a credibility in her, and it's her whole presentation.
It's a bunch of fluff.
Yeah.
It's the constant going over the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was excited to go, and we were on a tour, and he said, I want to take you back. I want to take you back home to my house. I want to show you my house in Memphis. And I said, okay. You know, and inside I was so excited, but I didn't want to show it. I didn't want to be overly excited, you know. And I remember
you don't want to do
we were
that.
in the car, we drove up, and the gates opened, and it was just really grand. I mean, the driveway and everything was just grand. And coming from where I did in California, you didn't see these grand homes on sprawling land and these fabulous long driveways because we don't have the space. I mean, we do in, mansions in Beverly Hills and all that, but you don't see them. They're all behind locked walls and gates. So to be able to open
I hate
the gate,
to tell you this, but there's a lot more big mansions in California, in the LA area, than there are, I would say, probably almost in the whole state of Tennessee.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. There's all kinds of sprawling estates out there, so I guess it just depends on who she was hanging out with.
Yeah.
And also, didn't Linda get to go shopping? Like when they were in Vegas, Linda would go shopping and be out and about. So why was Mindi not allowed? No one even knew who she was.
Well, why is she talking about driveways and mansions?
And you're driving up to freaking Graceland.
Yeah. But she didn't want to be too excited.
No.
And she didn't want to show excitement. I mean, for fuck's sake.
I
was
like, I'll go home with you. Yeah.
I mean, fuck. So what if she was excited? Elvis would have been. Everybody knows Elvis was as proud as shit to show off Graceland.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have people. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
Why the hell would she feel she wasn't able to show excitement?
Mm.
To him, that would have been a compliment.
Yeah.
Yes, he
We
would have
have-
loved that.
We have
Well,
people.
that's a good
Sorry,
point.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
People in the chat I've been watching say she was never there.
I don't think she was.
went to Graceland.
Oh.
I don't know. I need to pull up my definitive Elvis DVDs and hook up the DVD player and see what she says on there because she's on there quite a bit.
Did she write a book?
She just wrote a pamphlet that's held together by Staples.
Pamphlets.
Oh, and she put a lot of work into it. I got to read that then.
That must have cost her a fortune.
Well,
Costs a lot of money to do it, though.
the sounds of it, you might be able to get it read by the end of this show.
You got to self-publish. You still don't make any money in books.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
And nobody makes money on books.
Yeah.
Right in front of you was huge with all these trees, and it was just beautiful. And we went in the back way, so we didn't go in the front. I didn't get to see the front drive. We went into the back, parked the cars.
Hold
and
up.
The first room we entered was the
Uh-huh.
She said long driveways, sprawling trees, but then she said she didn't get to see the front because they came in the back.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
flat out bold-faced lie right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it must have really made her feel good to know that he was going to sneak her in the back entrance.
Just embellishment.
Yeah.
I never knew where the back entrance was. How do you
I,
get
no.
Oh,
I
you-
There's an access road up the side, and then you can get in the back entrance.
Yeah.
Of course you know. Look at those eyes. We're back to
room.
pickle.
I would say something about Elvis in my back entrance, but I won't say that.
Oh, I'm going to be good.
I was gonna say, yeah, well, we all know Elvis like going in the back door.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes. Oh, jeez.
Is that
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find the right one, but I'm all. Well, it's not that.
There you go.
But it could
There
be.
we go.
that's the pickle? And I know some people had said to me that's how they got into Graceland with the hearse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know where corporate is? If you're facing Graceland, you know the brick building to the left is the old corporate office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a drive that goes up there, and it goes all the way around to the back.
Was
Yes.
it to the church? No.
Yeah, you can see if you get Google Maps and do a satellite, you can see it.
I forget now. A couple of months ago, I came across a guy. I think they Australian or something. They went up to Memphis on a tour, and he actually walked up that road, and he went all the way to the back, physically to the fence.
Yeah,
And
you
he
can.
couldn't, he couldn't go any further because it was locked. But you could see just across on the other side of the fence was Graceland, the
And
back
it
side.
takes you to where the garage apartment was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody ever hung there to see if he'd come in and out. I wonder if he really used it at all.
I think he did sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, what a way to get, to go bypass the people at the gate.
Well, and I think that when Lisa talks about them hanging out in the trees in the woods, I think that's probably why they were up in those trees to see where he was coming in or out,
Yeah.
You ever go in there, Amy?
where in the side entrance.
Yeah.
I've walked that path. It's supposed to be the founder's path or whatever, but I walk on it. I don't care.
Hmm.
I just play stupid if I get caught.
Yeah, and even when that guy went up there, they actually, when he walked over the path, there was a couple of snakes there that he actually walked over. And I tend to agree with you, Amy. I think that's where he used to go with the guns, shooting snakes and
The
stuff like
snakes,
that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Did they bring him there through the hearse, or did they go through the front gate?
No, I think they
No.
went through that back entrance.
They went the back way.
Because
Really?
I've seen one picture, like the back edge of that hearse, and it looks like it's going up the.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's
going
what I
up the-
thought. But I had there were people who believed they went through the front gates. Well, I saw it went through the front gates.
So you see it coming out of the front gates.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They make up their own stories.
Yeah.
I think they would have had a monumental shitstorm had they tried to take that horse up through the front gates.
Yeah, it was like middle of the night when they brought him back, right?
Mm.
And I think they brought him back when they brought him from Forest Hill. They brought him back through the back.
Through the back way.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis going home through the back way. Just
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. He should have gone. Yeah, but too many people would have known, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was a very small room. And I thought, oh dear. I thought, oh my God, and I didn't dare say a word. I thought, I wonder if the whole house is furnished like this. and I was scared. I didn't want to say anything because it was a funny looking room. It was a very kind of ostentatious, weird kind of decorating, and I'd never seen something like that. And, here I'd been in Vegas, I'd been all over, and I'd never seen something like that. So I thought, I wonder if this is his taste, because I didn't know. And he went into the jungle room. We sat down for a minute, and we just relaxed. And he wanted to visit with the guys and talk and all that, so we did. And I forget who was on service at that time, which maids were on service. But they came out and they had a drink for us, and all right, y'all want to eat something? And and everyone's, oh yeah, we're starving. And what do you want, Mr. Elvis? And oh well, I want some bacon and eggs. And,
Elvis would have never been okay with her doing that.
No.
That makes me really mad.
Yeah, that caught me right away when I heard that.
He never called them the maids and serving him and
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Elvis, get out of here.
I'm sorry I missed it. I was falling asleep.
Sorry, tuck your sheet in, Mindy, because it's showing, baby.
Yeah, I was falling asleep there. Sorry. What are you talking about?
Mindy, and just like mocking the way the
maid,
Nancy or Pauline or whoever.
And then when she quotes her, she quotes it with as if she was speaking in that dialect, like is that all you need, Miss Amy?
Yeah.
A bacon really crisp, and I want some toast and orange juice and coffee. And he said, Mindy, do you want the same thing? I went, sure, So when we got through visiting, while everybody was cooking in the kitchen, he showed me around the house and introduced me to, Dodger, Grandma Dodger, and Aunt Delta was there, and Gitlo was there, his little chow dog. And showed me around the whole house and said, this is this, and this is that, and this is this.
What did you think of the rest of the house?
Well, it was very red. It was very... as I got into the rest of the house, I went, oh, thank God it's not the jungle room, And
that wasn't Elvis. That was not Elvis's taste. That was one of the girls' friends' taste.
Yes. I didn't know that at the time, but afterwards it was very red and velvety. But I thought it was very pretty. I liked it actually, and I thought it was very southern, and I liked it. It was very different, and it was very different than the jungle room, and so he took me around the house and showed me everything. And this is the music room, and this is the living room, and the dining room, and all that. And then he took me to the front door.
Most people that had gone to his house or visited it supposedly as many times as she did, or was as personal with it, would have said the den, what they later called it, the jungle room.
Yeah.
He's referring to it as it's called today, and not as the den that would have been called that day. And it just, and that may be a little petty thing, but I think it tells you that there's just not any
the lack of familiarity with being there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Fans named it. Jungle Room came from fans.
It was a jungle room after the fact.
Yeah.
Gitlo was Linda and Elvis's dog, and there's a great story was in an Elvis group that somebody posted a picture of Gitlo, and Mindy comes on with this elaborate, oh, Gitlo was this, and I don't know how he survived all those Memphis summers with that fur coat, and then Linda comes on. And she was like, if you knew, Gitlo didn't go outside. And Gitlo didn't live that long. He didn't live multiple summers, because he was sick. And then Linda did her little, if you know type of stuff. And Mindy shut up immediately. So she came in trying to act like she knew Gitlo and all this. And Linda was like, nah.
Yeah, good you mentioned it.
Embellishment,
Because I was going to say now, as far as my knowledge goes, by this time, Gitlo had passed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gitlo wasn't alive for very long.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we are at the half point of the second part.
Oh my
This
god!
is only this. How long's the third part?
It's an hour for the whole third part, so we have an hour and 30 minutes left of Mindi.
Well, again, we don't have to do it. If you
Yeah.
don't want
You
to.
know what? I think
See,
you
tomorrow.
know what? It's gotten to the point where it's just hilarious.
It's gotten fun now.
I can make it. I can make it
The
more
funeral
fun.
part's really good.
Maybe I'll try to find it. Then what I'll do is I'll find the funeral part.
Get to where he,
Yeah, I'll listen to it and I'll just weed out the crap, and maybe I'll throw 10 minutes worth of it at high speed just to hear her. It's kind of funny to listen to her.
Well, I think what's helped this time was our talking in between.
Yeah. It just, and that's what I kind of thought would happen based upon last week when we did the first part. We were basically laughing at those in the chat, but here it's a good mix of both us and the chat, and that's what's really got us to 2 hours and 10 minutes of today's live.
Sally says we are committed now, Joe. Yeah, we gotta see it through.
So what I'll do is, unless you guys want to watch another half an hour, which will take a lot longer, or I stop it right here, and I'll figure out what I better figure out now. It's what I need to do, because if I don't, I'll figure out where we're at, and then
Look it up next week.
Ah, what a pretty girl.
She's beautiful.
She was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so we're 32 minutes into this one. So hold on a second. I'm going to screenshot that. I don't have to write it down.
So you can document it.
Oh, where'd it go?
I think Elvis had a thing about blondes.
Well, she was brunette though when he met her. She was really dark hair.
Oh, it's over there on my other screen.
Is this from when she did the? Never mind.
The mud wrestling.
Yeah.
Ooh, did she mud wrestle?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a movie where she mud wrestles.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that picture last week. Yeah, somebody sent that picture. Was it you, Amy? No.
That was Melissa, I think.
I found.
Oh yeah, Melissa. That's right.
No, Melissa. Have you seen the video of her with the ambulance talking into a microphone like she's a news reporter? No, but please do. We would like to see that.
Oh,
Be at the dojo, right?
I found the First Cousins singing thing there. I just don't know how to get you the.
Oh, you found the CD?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know how to get it to me?
They don't put CDs things inside computers anymore, especially Apple's. I guess.
Yeah, I don't have. I got an external CD drive. That's how I do it.
I listened to it again, and she was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing I can say, if you want to, just mail it to me. I'll copy it and I'll mail it back to you.
We'll steal it. I know you want it. I'm in love with her, the First Cousin.
Is anybody else interested? Oh, I can make some great videos with it. So.
Oh yeah.
Feel the love.
Tell you, I've mailed him hundreds of CDs at this point, and he sent them all back to me.
Yeah. So if you
There's
want
some
to do
really
that,
good stuff on them too.
I'll even pay the shipping, Joe. Now we could do that. I'm curious. I saw the.
We need it. We need it.
Arr, arr.
For the ones who have the inability to comprehend a sentence, we know Donna is a first cousin of Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
Yeah.
Her mother, Nash, was Vernon's sister, and Presley blood runs through her veins. And also, she lived at Circle G and Gracelands.
And
We know.
Elvis
She's
gave her
not a con job.
Elvis gave her permission to change her last name to Presley.
Guess who else was a first cousin? Billy Mann, who took the video of him in the coffin. So take your first cousin and shove it, because it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. Can we call her a half cousin?
Elvis Presley would not have been okay with her using his name to con fans out of money.
No.
Bang your drum and yank your pickle all you want to, but it's not going to change.
Well, do you believe the Presley story at all, that he gave her permission to
No.
Okay, so supposedly she wanted to model, and he said she could use his name to do that, but I don't know if you guys have seen her high school yearbook picture, but I'm going to say that's a hard no.
Yeah, and plus too, it would just say you could use her name doesn't mean she could take his name. She could use,
like a stage name. Yeah.
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 Not to keep it for the rest of your life.
Not to keep it, to use it to get loans and to sell people fake TCBs.
Oh my God, to get
Yeah.
loans.
He didn't mean for her to do that.
Especially not if it's going to exploit his name at the end of the day.
I mean, I don't want to say anything, but I can't wait.
What, for Monday?
You know what I'm talking about. Is that it, Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I took the day off for it. Stretch, take a run. Yeah.
That might be a 4-hour one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all make sure that you join us on Monday because it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
The whole format's going to be a little bit different than what we do here because of the documents.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sitting here just saying this stuff. I'm going to show the actual hardcore information and where the actual legal documents on a lot of this. So it's going to be an eye opener. I'm going to tell you that right now.
The volume of possessions she had is freaking incredible.
Did you see what Sally said? Sally said, "Come on, Joe. Amy wants your CD more than your pickle." Oh, that's not true. She wants.
I don't think that's true.
I might say.
No, but I want your CD more than your pickle.
First of all, I plead innocent of all charges.
Oh, you want my pickle too?
Everybody does.
I got rid of the.
It's past
the wrong person.
It's past the point of pickle, Joe.
Well, it works.
Well, Charlie, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, Charlie, thanks a lot. Good.
Thanks, Charlie.
You got to come Monday, guys. You got to come.
Yeah, it's at 3:00 Eastern Daylight Time, and I honestly can't tell you how long it's going to last. So we just finally say we're going to do a part 2.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to because there's so much to it.
All I can say is just think of 588 pages. That's all you got to think of. So, and that's it.
Trying to summarize it.
But it's I think it's gonna be a lot clearer than they're expecting.
Take care, Patty. Bye.
All right, guys. All right, Patty. Thank you very much. Vangello, thank you. And tomorrow I'm going to share a few more of those Lamar Fike stories. Those were interesting from last week. Those stories about Lamar Fike makes you even hate him even more. So we got trivia tomorrow, and I got a really cool trivia this time. It's going to be pretty much a guess type of thing, but that's going to be fun. And then don't forget. Pardon? Oh yeah, I enjoy doing that. They just added that format not long ago, and I thought this is a cool way to do trivia on the show. You know,
you gonna bust out us again by doing the reverse songs a cappella style?
No, I won't do the acapella this time.
Oh God, that would be so hard.
Gee, he spread my ass over the wire last week with that one. Amy. I looked
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't have a prayer on that.
Nope.
Who was it that got? Wasn't it Charlie? Who was it that got?
Yes,
It might be Charlie. But Charlie
got 3 of them, I think.
Yes, Gospel Radio 10 to 12. I'm gonna play some more acapella Elvis. I won't do a whole hour because I don't think I'll have enough songs ready by then. But if I do, then we'll do an hour of just acapella Elvis singing gospel, and then we'll just do whatever request anybody does, and then just fill the hour out. And then we got coffee date tomorrow, and then Monday. That's 48 hours from now, less than 46 hours from now.
Yeah, and that one's gonna run until the gas runs out, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go back over it tonight too. I just want to make sure I got the whole process in my head because I want this to go smooth. Go ahead and laugh. Yep, there he goes. I may be cool, but I'm not smooth, right?
Well, and maybe you need some Vaseline hospital grade lotion to be smooth. That's the secret ingredient you're missing.
Yeah.
Straight from BMH.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious for professional use only.
My gosh.
And she probably still got it to this day, right?
Yep.
Bye, Sally.
Bye, Sally.
All right, Sally. Thank you. Hopefully, see you tomorrow um, or Monday or both. Thank you, Kathleen. I think it's time for us. They're all telling us they're going.
Bye, Linda.
Yeah, 2.5 hours been
Good
over.
night, John Boy, Natalie. I'll be sure to ask questions on Monday. I don't know if it's really going to be a question type of.
No.
Yeah, it won't
Be
be.
more like a presentation, I guess.
Yeah, the chat will be running, but the chat's going to be. We'll monitor the chat and any comments that come up. We'll make a point of what somebody's saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be minimal in the questions. Not that we'll ignore you, but I want to say something in the beginning. Unless it's really a big point or something, because it's pretty much in depth. So
Very.
literally, yeah, down to the penny.
No one can say it didn't happen.
No.
No, I absolutely cannot deny one thing because
Mm-mm.
from what we've discovered is that as far as I know, or they've never shown it, nobody's had these documents to
No.
share.
Yeah.
I mean, there's information, and I was thinking that the information that we saw the other day may have come from that small package. Remember, there was a smaller package,
Yeah, I bet
and
you
it didn't include the schedules that we got.
because I think that's what our tipster probably
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Our plug.
so guys, I'm going to turn out one more reminder, change it up a little bit, just to getting closer. I think most people know the topic, but or the subject matter or the subject.
But y'all aren't ready.
But yeah, this is anyways, karma's coming, so we will enjoy putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, thank you. I'm glad you popped in. I was so concerned. Let's get offline here. I thank you, everybody out there. Kathleen, Natalie, all of you. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.